everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be testing out the magnetic liner and lash systems that Ardell and Eylure came out with. So they're both a little different. So the Ardell is a gel liner that it comes with, and the Eylure is more like a felt tip, it looks like, liner. So we're going to test these out and see which one works better, and whether like the lashes from Ardell you can use with the liner from Eylure and vice versa. So yeah, that's our video today. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and click the bell right down below so you be notified of all my future uploads. And let's get started with this. So I'm going to give you the prices of each of these, at least from Ulta. That's the only place around my house that I have found these so far. So the Ardell is $15 and the Eylure is $16.99. So very close in price. And the Ardell ones, I got the wispies, so like that. And then the Eylure, I got the faux mink volume ones. So look at this. So the Eylure ones look a little more natural, but we'll just see how they go. So I'm gonna open up these packages. Got some scissors. And we'll read the instructions too. So for the Ardell, it says apply 2 coats of the magnetic gel liner along the upper lash line, and then you just place it. So seems pretty easy. Hopefully the liner goes on really easily. So we are gonna do the Ardell on this side and the Eylure on this side. So we will see how they work. Let's pop it open. So the Ardell comes with a little container with the liner and a little tiny brush. So we'll use the brush that comes with it. I usually use like a more detailed brush. Let me see if I can find one. So I found the brush I usually use. So it's a dual-ended. This is the Tarte one. So it has like a super fine tip on either side, and it's angled. So that's what I usually would use for a liner. So we'll see if the brush works with that. If not, then I'll just use a normal brush I have. So let's get started. Oh, so it looks like it's way bigger. Like here's where the glass part or the plastic part begins, and then it's all the way into here that it's the product. There's not a ton of product in this. It's very deceiving. So that is another thing that's different with the Eylure. You can buy the liner separate. Like I think it's $9.99 just for the liner. But with the Ardell, I haven't seen that you can buy the liner separate, so that's kind of disappointing because you probably will run out of the liner before the lashes go bad, in my opinion. So let's zoom in so you can see how this applies. So like I said, we're gonna start with the Ardell, and it says apply 2 coats. So we'll see how this works out. So I'm just gonna do a very thin line, not like a cat eye or anything, just to see how it works. This brush is not the easiest to work with. Kind of holds onto the product. So we shall see. But this liner is pretty easy to blend out. Or I guess pull out. It's not making me work very hard. It's more the brush. And it is a very black liner, which is really nice. So that is 1 coat. So I'm gonna let it dry down a tiny bit. It doesn't really say how long to wait in between, but just to make it so it doesn't smear, get a little bit more product on my brush, and then I'll do the second coat, and then we will pop the lash on and see if it actually sticks like it's supposed to and how they actually look. So let's do this second coat. So second coat is tugging a little bit more because you're putting it on to the product that's already there. So I don't know if that causes a problem. And you can see I just lifted my eye and it got all up on here. So be careful of that when you're using this. Clearly it doesn't dry very fast. So we shall see how it works. Let's read if it says to let it dry down at all. It says place magnetic lashes on magnetic gel liner while liner is still semi-wet, so you don't actually want to let it dry down. So we will put one of them on. Just place this on. I can't really tell if I'm hitting the lash because my normal lashes are so long and I have mascara already on. Holy cow, that is really nice. It's super easy to just stick it on. I think the best bet with this is to do a thin line because it will stick wherever you have that liner on. So you really just want to put it wherever you want the lash to stick. And I would say if you want like a cat eye or something, just use your normal liner and then you can just put this magnetic liner on after, so it only is where you want that lash to stick. But that is the Ardell one. So now we are going to test out the Eylure with the felt or the pen more looking one. I don't know if it's felt. We'll open up the package and see. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's a felt. It has this on the side. If I can get the package open. Okay. And they're definitely softer lashes on the Eylure, I will say. So this gives Shake Magnetic Lash Eyeliner before use. Apply 3 layers of magnetic lash eyeliner to lash line, waiting for each layer to dry in between applications. And then lay magnetic lash on top of your natural lashes as close to the lash line as possible. The magnetic lash will then adhere to the liner. So this one, you do want it to dry down. And you want to shake it. And 3 coats. So, shake this up a little bit. And then we shall see. Okay, no, it's not a felt, it's like a brush. You can see, looks like that. So we'll see how this one works. It actually reminds me of the NYX liner. That is one of my favorite liners to use for the lash line or the top eyelids. So we'll test this one out, and again, I'm just going to do a thin line just to test it. This is definitely way easier to work with than the brush and the gel. it just seems like it glides on easier. So that is the first coat, so I'm going to let it dry down a little bit, and then we will apply coat number 2, and then let that dry, and then a third coat. So the first coat is dried down, so I'm going to do the next coat. That's coat number 2, and this one, as you can see, I've lifted my eye up and it does stick a little bit, so be sure when you're doing this, keep your eye like this and then just like wave at it a little bit just to get it to dry. So the second coat is dry, so now I'm going to do the final coat and then let that dry down and we'll stick the lash on. So that's 3 coats. So the third coat has dried down, so I'm going to place the lash on. It says as close to the lash line as possible. So it's looking like this does not want to stick very well. Either it's the magnets or it's the liner on the Eylures that, like, if you saw this one, it just like clicked right on. And this one is just not wanting to stick with the magnets. So I'm gonna go with the Eylure. It's kind of a fail. I don't know if it's the magnets or the liner, so I'm gonna switch the lashes to see if they'll stick vice versa. So now this is the Ardell lash that I'm going to try with the Eylure liner and see if it's the magnets on the lash or if it's the liner or a combination of both. So I think it's the Eylure liner. So let's try, because that is not wanting to stick on, that Ardell one, and it stuck onto the Ardell liner. So could just be it needs a gel liner. So next I'll try the Eylure lash on the Ardell liner and see if it will stick. So that doesn't look like it wants to stick either. So my conclusion from this is go with the Ardell. It sticks better. It was, even though it's a little more you have to work with the liner, the lashes actually stick. With the Eylure, they don't stick. I don't know if it's, I'm doing something wrong, but I tried it with both magnet lashes and neither one of them stuck. And only the Ardell stuck with the Ardell liner. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you check out my Instagram. It's m.hartman5, and I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye!